In 1965, a Navy pilot named James Stockdale was flying his A-4 Skyhawk over North Vietnam when enemy fire tore into his aircraft. Everything he knew about safety, normal life, and control disappeared in a matter of seconds as he ejected into hostile territory, fully aware he was about to be captured, tortured, and possibly killed. He whispered something strange to himself. It wasn't a prayer. It wasn't a plea for help. It wasn't a desperate cry. He said, "I'm leaving the world of technology and entering the world of Epictetus." Epictetus, an ancient Stoic philosopher who had been dead for nearly 2,000 years. Imagine that. In the moment, most people would panic, beg, pray, or shut down. Stockdale reached for centuries-old philosophy, and that one quiet whisper shaped everything that followed. It became the foundation that kept him alive through 7.5 brutal years as a prisoner of war in the Hanoi Hilton, where he was tortured more than 15 times and spent 4 whole years in solitary confinement. So here's the real question. What did Stockdale understand that we're missing? Because the truth is uncomfortable. You and I are also prisoners today, not in a cell surrounded by guards, but in an invisible one. A mental prison built from endless notifications, buzzing phones, constant noise, overstimulation, and a world that steals our attention faster than we realize. It's silent, it's subtle, but it's real. Modern research backs this up. A study in Scientific Reports found that simply having your smartphone in the same room, not touching it, not looking at it, reduces your cognitive performance. Your brain works less effectively just knowing the phone is nearby. Think about that. Your mind is leaking energy because of the possibility of distraction. We've become captives inside our own attention. But the ancient Stoics figured out something deeply important. The same insight that kept Stockdale sane and unbroken in that cell. Focus isn't something you stumble into. It's something you build, like strength, like discipline, like resilience. And today, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to build that kind of focus for yourself. Let's take a step back and look honestly at what you're up against in the modern world. Dr. Gloria Mark, a leading attention researcher, discovered that the average person now switches their attention every 47 seconds when they're working on a screen. Not every few minutes, every 47 seconds. And it used to be more than double that. Our focus has been cut in half in just a decade. Your brain hasn't changed. Your environment has become an attention war zone. And here's something even more shocking. A study published in the European Journal of Educational Research found that even when you don't pick up your phone, the sound of a notification, just the sound, pulls your mind away from what you're doing. It forces your brain into a guessing game. Who messaged me? What's happening? Should I check? Even if you don't give in, the distraction already took its toll. This is why Stoicism matters more now than it ever has. 2,000 years ago, Marcus Aurelius, who wasn't just a philosopher but the emperor of Rome, wrote something in his private journal while stationed in a military camp. He was exhausted, pressured, surrounded by conflict and decisions that could determine the fate of millions. Yet he wrote this simple, powerful line: "Concentrate every minute like a Roman on doing what's in front of you with precise and genuine seriousness." He didn't say, "Find a quiet environment first. Wait until you feel motivated. Reduce all external noise." He said, "Concentrate like someone who is trained for it." The Stoics knew what we forget. Distraction is human. It always has been. But discipline is chosen. And somewhere along the way, we stopped choosing it. So how exactly did Stockdale survive one of the harshest prison environments ever recorded? The answer comes from a single Stoic principle, a line Epictetus taught at the very beginning of the Enchiridion, his handbook for life. Some things are within our power, while others are not. Within our power, our choices, our judgments, our intentions, our reactions. Not within our power, our body, other people's actions, external events, circumstances beyond our control. This is known as the dichotomy of control, and it is the root of all Stoic strength. Most people today think focus is about controlling everything around them. Quiet rooms, no distractions, perfect conditions, perfect timing. But that expectation is why they fail. You can't control your environment. You can't eliminate the world. You can't stop the chaos, but you can control your response to it. You can decide whether to reach for your phone. You can decide whether to check that email. You can decide where your attention goes in this exact moment. Stockdale explained it clearly. The only good and evil that matter are in your own heart, within your will, where it's up to you. He couldn't stop torture. He couldn't stop isolation. He couldn't stop what his captors did. But he controlled whether he broke internally, whether he betrayed his values, whether he gave up the information they wanted. That's what kept him alive. And here's how this translates to your daily life. The next time you feel your attention slipping, when the phone tempts you, when your mind drifts, when you get tired and want an easier task, ask yourself, is this within my control? The pull isn't, but your choice is. This tiny shift separates people who accomplish things from people who stay stuck. Let's talk about what the Stoics called the inner citadel. The French philosopher Pierre Hadot described it as a mental fortress, a stable, disciplined inner world that external chaos cannot shake. Marcus Aurelius returned to this idea constantly. He wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." But here's the part people forget. The Stoics didn't just talk about this. They trained it every day. Epictetus called the practice persoche, continuous attention. It means noticing your thoughts the moment they appear, instead of being dragged by them. It means being mentally awake rather than drifting through impulses. Modern psychology rediscovered this. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, one of the most effective treatments for anxiety and depression, was heavily influenced by Stoic ideas. Albert Ellis, a founder of CBT, openly credited Epictetus. He said, "Epictetus taught the essential insight. It's not events that disturb us, but our judgments about them." Academic research in journals like PLOS ONE shows the overlap between Stoic practices and mindfulness-based therapy. Different centuries, same conclusions, same mechanics of the mind. So what did daily Stoic training look like? Marcus Aurelius started each morning by preparing himself mentally for difficulties, people who would annoy him, challenges he would face, setbacks that would appear. He pre-trained his reactions so that nothing surprised him. And at night, he reviewed the day, what he did well, where he slipped, what he could improve. This wasn't dramatic. It wasn't complicated. It was consistent. Because focus is a muscle. When you train it, it grows. When you ignore it, it atrophies. Now, here's the part of Stoicism that might surprise you. The Stoics believed productivity was not about doing more. Marcus Aurelius wrote, If you seek tranquility, do less, or more accurately, do what's essential. Do less, better. Seneca agreed. He believed busyness was the enemy of real work. He wrote, "No activity can be pursued successfully when the mind is divided. The distracted mind absorbs nothing." This was written in ancient Rome, but it perfectly describes what happens when you're checking messages, opening new tabs, doom scrolling, half listening, and pretending to work. The Stoics would say, you're not being productive, you're practicing distraction. Seneca warned that distractions multiply. The more you give in to them, the more they grow. Every time you reach for your phone automatically, you're reinforcing the habit. Navy SEALs use this same principle in training. During Hell Week, when they're sleep-deprived, freezing, and pushed to the limit, they're taught to focus on one thing, the next small step, not the entire week, not the whole day, just the next meal, the next minute, the next breath. That's Stoic concentration applied to extreme human endurance. But the Stoics had one more practice, one that cut sharper than any productivity technique. Memento mori. Remember that you will die. This isn't morbid, it's clarifying, it's powerful. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do everything as if it were the last thing you were doing." Imagine how that changes your attention. If this were your last hour, would you waste it scrolling? Would you spend it distracted? Would you pour it into something meaningless? Awareness of mortality sharpens priorities. It forces you to ask, is this worth my time? Is this worthy of my life? Stockdale knew he could die at any moment. That awareness burned away everything unnecessary. It left him with a kind of fierce clarity, an understanding of what mattered and what didn't. Seneca explained it perfectly. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. You don't have a time problem, you have an attention problem, and attention is the currency of your life. Close by returning to Stockdale, after he was finally released, after 7.5 years of torture, starvation, isolation, and uncertainty, he was asked how he survived. His answer became known as the Stockdale paradox. You must never lose faith that you will prevail in the end, but at the same time, you must confront the most brutal facts of your current reality. That is the Stoic warrior mindset. Believe in your ability to build deep focus. Believe in your ability to reclaim your mind from a world that profits from your distraction. But don't deny the difficulty. Don't ignore the chaos. Don't pretend it's easy. Instead, train, practice. Every day, choose where your attention goes. Build your inner citadel brick by brick. Ask yourself what's within your control and release everything else. Because in the modern world, we're all fighting a battle, not against captors, but against an attention economy designed to hijack our minds, against apps built to keep us scrolling, against our own untrained impulses. The Stoics were warriors of the mind. And now, more than ever, that's exactly what we need to become. The question isn't whether you're capable of deep focus. Every human is. The question is, will you train it? If this connected with you, consider subscribing. I make videos about philosophy, focus, and building a meaningful life. And tell me in the comments, what's the biggest focus challenge you're facing right now? I read every single one.